video, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to strobe. Now, if you are not familiar with what strobing is, basically it is just highlighting, but to like a whole nother level of highlighting. It is highlight on fleek times a million, you know what I'm saying? So in strobing, you don't contour. That is the thing with strobing. Strobing is just supposed to be highlighting the highest points of your face and not using any contour at all, just blush, and that is it. So for me, that's definitely a little weird because I do enjoy contouring. I think it definitely gives shape and, you know, it just kind of makes everything, you know, come together as one. But the strobing does not involve contouring. It's just all about highlighting. And like I said, it's highlighting like the shiznit out of your face, okay? So it takes highlighting to like a whole nother extreme, and that's what strobing really is. And it's taking multiple highlighters and just laying them on top of one another. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to do today. Okay, so the very first thing that I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm going to take a cream highlight. Now the reason why you wanna take a cream highlight before powder is so of course the cream highlight is going to amplify the powder, and the powder is going to let the cream set. So that is why you want to do that. Now the cream highlight that I'm going to use is from Becca, and it's the Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. Remember, this is not the powder, this is the cream version of the pressed powder. So remember, when you are highlighting your face, highlighting means that you want to bring forward any features that you have. So of course, you know, the most common place is the top of the cheekbones, and then also above the brows, down the bridge of the nose, the cupid's bow, and on the chin. So those are the most common places to highlight, and that's what we're gonna go ahead and do today. The only difference is we are going to highlight like triple the amount that you normally would. That's what strobing is all about. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of this Shimmering Skin Perfector and put some on my finger, and then I'm gonna start by dabbing it just on the highest points of my cheeks. So I have a little bit on my fingers now, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and start by dabbing this into my skin. Remember, you want to do the highest point of the bone. So you can actually, when you do this, you can feel where your bone is at, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now. And I'm not going to take this all the way up, but I'm going to stop to right about where the end of my brow is. So as you guys can see, I do have some right here of that Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. Remember, the liquid version. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other side. I like to blend this out with my finger because I feel like it is just a lot more precise than using a brush, believe it or not. Especially when working with creams or liquids or anything like that. I definitely love working with my fingers more because I feel like I get a much better coverage, and it's an even coverage. I feel like with liquids, if you use a brush, it can get messy very quickly and it may not look as even as you would hope. So that's why I really like using my fingers, because I have control over what I'm doing. So as you can see, this side of my face is now highlighted as well. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that same highlight, the cream, and I'm gonna go ahead and go down the bridge of my nose. Remember, I said highlighting, you wanna make sure whatever you're highlighting, that's what's going to come forward. So I have already contoured my nose prior to even filming. I always do that, that's just out of habit now. So I'm gonna highlight down the bridge of my nose. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm just lightly tapping this into my skin, but I'm also not going to take this in this area here. And the reason why I say not to do that is because a lot of people sometimes, you know, they get like the lines right here. Like if I do this, I get the lines right there. You don't want to accentuate those lines. You know what I'm saying? You definitely don't want to do that. So I like to stop like right about here when I'm highlighting the bridge of my nose. Now, if you have a thin nose already, or you're happy with your nose, or you feel like that's not necessary to do, then of course you can skip this step. But for me, I do this every single time. And now you can see that my nose is highlighted. So the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm going to highlight above my brows. So the areas that you want to make sure to do above your brows, some people think you want to do this whole thing, and I don't necessarily think that that looks the best. You definitely want to highlight to where the light catches it just right. So just right above the arch, right here is where I'm going to highlight, not the entire brow. And now I'm just going to highlight just a little bit above my Cupid's bow, just to make sure you balance everything out. Because of the fact that we did highlight our area right here, right above the brows, you want to make sure this area of your face is balanced too. And I'm just going to highlight a little bit on the chin area as well. Okay, so the next thing that I am going to go ahead and do is I'm going to start with my powder highlights. Yes, I said two. I know that seems excessive, but that is what this whole strobing thing is all about. So the first one that I'm going to start out with is from Laura Geller, and it's the Gilded Honey. I'm sure you guys have heard about this everywhere. I was so excited to finally be able to pick this up. So I'm going to go ahead and dab some of this on my finger and then just repeat the same process that I did with the cream highlight. Okay, so I've actually decided that I am going to use my fan brush for this. I was only going to use my fan brush for the last highlight that I was going to do, but I'm going to use my fan brush now. This is not any special fan brush, it's just from Sephora. So I'm just going to go ahead and take some of this and put it on my fan brush and then just apply it to the tops of my cheeks, just to make sure that we set that cream highlight. Now I'm just gonna take this again down the bridge of my nose. This whole strobing thing, as you can see, is very, very, very repetitive. You know, you gotta repeat the same steps. So again, the Cupid's bow, a little bit on the chin area, just to balance everything out. And then right above the arch of the brow, just like we did before with Becca's opal. Okay, so now we're done with that one. Now I'm gonna go on to the next highlight. I know it seems excessive, guys, but seriously, that is how you strobe. So the last highlight that I'm gonna use, I'm pretty sure that you guys already know. It is from Becca, and it is Champagne Pop, and it is the collaboration that Jaclyn Hill did with Becca Cosmetics. So this is the highlight that I'm gonna go ahead and use as my last highlight to kind of get everything glowing and get it all together, because this highlight to me is perfection. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this on my fan brush and just do the same thing that I did with the Gilded Honey and the opal. And now you can really see how much, because we started out with that cream, how much that amplified everything else underneath it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and that is it. That is the end. That is how you strobe. I hope that you guys like the final result. It is definitely different. I will tell you that I love highlighting, of course, but I'm not going to not contour my face either. And with strobing, that's the new thing to do, is just highlight everywhere and forget contouring and just leave all of your contouring stuff away. But I don't ever envision myself doing that. I just love the way contouring looks. I think it brings everything else together with the highlight. So that's just my personal opinion, but I do think that this is a very beautiful look for the spring and summertime. So if you really love to go over the top with your highlighting and really make it glowy and a dewy look, then you will definitely love this. But you know, again, I know that this isn't for everybody. I just wanted to show you guys how to strobe, since it is a new thing that has been happening all over the internet. Okay, so now to finish off this strobing look, I'm gonna go ahead and apply some blush. And the blush that I'm gonna use today is from MAC. It's called Petal Power, and it looks like this. And the reason why I decided to use this is because this already does have some shimmer in it, so it's going to really amplify our strobing. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some of this on an e.l.f. Angles blush brush, and I'm just going to apply this at the apples of my cheeks. And I love that of course, you can still use some blush because it brings some color back to you. You don't look so just highlighted and that's it, you know? So I like that, and I wanted to use a blush that's not too bright or overpowering anyways, because the highlighting already is like boom in your face, you know what I'm saying? So this type of blush will really even things out and kind of pull the entire look together, and that's why I really like this. Okay guys, and that is the end of this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed learning how to strobe. Basically, like I said, strobing is just doing a crap ton of highlighting. That's really all it is. So I hope that you guys enjoyed and liked this video. And if you did enjoy this video, then please give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. And of course, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media sites. By the time that you guys watch this video, I will actually be in Hawaii on vacation with my family. So I, of course, won't be uploading anything until I get back, since this is a video that I chose to upload while I was gone. So with that being said, you can still reach me on social media. I will be on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all of that fun stuff every single day. So definitely be sure to keep up with me on Snapchat, because I'm going to show you guys all of Hawaii and everything that I do there. I definitely just want to take you guys along and, you know, show you all of the awesome things that I'm doing. Especially, you know, I feel like that would be really cool for those of you that have never been to Hawaii before. It's a beautiful place, it's tropical, so definitely make sure to follow me on there. I think that'd be really fun and exciting, so you can kind of see what I'm doing day to day. And of course, I will be vlogging though while I'm out there as well. So thank you guys so much for keeping up with me. I appreciate it. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.